Hello, I am doing a collab with a bunch of YouTuber friends, and the title of the collab is TMI Mommy Tag, and we're gonna be answering 50 questions about our families, about our kids, pregnancies, all of that. I'm gonna try to be real quick because there's so much information that I could give in every single question that this would be endless. I'm not even kidding. I have like a story for each of these questions almost. If you guys have any questions or would like to know something in specific, please link the question down below. How many kids do you have? I have 3 daughters. How old are they right now? Sabrina is 4, Sophia is 2, and Scarlett is 6 months. Were they planned or unplanned? My first one was planned. My second one was sort of planned. And my third one was completely unplanned. She was a vacation surprise. How old were you when you got pregnant with all your kids? You know, I have mommy brain. I don't remember exactly, but I think I was 22 when I got pregnant with my first daughter. And then 24th when I got pregnant with my second daughter. And then 25 with Scarlett. Just here assuming, I'm not 100% sure. Have you ever struggled with infertility? No, I haven't. But I have a lot of friends who have, so infertility is very close to my heart. It is. Tell me where and how you found out you were pregnant with each of your kids. In the hospital with my first, I knew I was pregnant, and the test can come in negative. It's a long story, but I was in the hospital and the doctor told me. With my other 2, I was in the bathroom in my house. 7. What was your husband's reaction? My husband was happy, but he's kind of this man, his personality, when he doesn't see the child yet, he's not like, oh my gosh, I love the baby, I'm gonna speak to the belly. No. But he is so loving when my babies are born. He's the best dad in the world. But when I'm pregnant, he's not like one of these guys that cry of excitement and hug their wives. I kind of wish he was more into the pregnancy, but he's not. But I mean, it's not, wow. What were your first thoughts and feelings at the coming motherhood? I was so ready. I was so ready, especially with my first. I wanted to be a mom so badly. I wanted to experience childbirth, and I wanted to have this little human being that I made with my husband, and I was very excited about it. How do you tell your family, and what were the reactions? With Sabrina, I just called them. With my first, I called them. With my second, I put my first on a shirt that said Big Sister. And with my third, I made a YouTube video. Now, I call my mother-in-law and my mom over the phone and I tell them. But the rest of the family, they often find out on Facebook because I have family in Puerto Rico, in Utah. I have family everywhere. So it's kind of too far to, like, it's a lot to call everyone. What were the reactions? So with Sabrina, they were excited. With Sophia, they could care less. And with Scarlett, they basically ignore her. Do you have an easy or a hard pregnancy? Why? My kids are born healthy, very healthy. But the pregnancies are pretty hard on me. My kids never want to come out, even though they're over 9 pounds. I experienced spotting. I had prodromal labor. It has not been the easiest of pregnancies. My pregnancies are pretty tough for me. especially, and I also gained a lot of weight each pregnancy, almost 100 pounds, and it's terrible for me. Yeah, I do not love pregnancy. I like childbirth, and I like my babies. I love newborn stage. I do not like to be pregnant though. Let's see. Weirdest craving you ever had? At one point, I really wanted to eat chalk. I don't know why. It's called pica, and it's an abnormality. It's abnormal to have it, but I really wanted to eat chalk. I kind of wanted the texture of chalk. I don't know why. So, and that was with my middle, with Sophia. What was the hardest part about being pregnant? The hardest part about being pregnant, it was the weight gain. Definitely the weight gain. I gained so much weight each pregnancy, and I become really uncomfortable and lazy, and it's just not good. Did you take any maternity or belly pictures? If possible, share them. Okay, I'm gonna post the pictures here. So, Sabrina and Sophia and Scarlett. Did you do a nursery? What was the theme? Yes, I did a nursery with Sabrina, and it was flowers and ladybugs and butterflies in a tree. It was really colorful, and I just sold a house, and now I'm actually in the nursery for Scarlett, and the theme is owls, and I will make a video about it, and if you guys subscribe, you'll be able to see it in the future completely. But yeah, I'm doing owls. Sophia though, she sleeps with mommy all the time. She still does. I'm trying to break her out to her own room now that we have this space, but she never had a nursery, my poor baby. How did you come up with your children's name? That's another long story. But if you notice, all my kids' names start with S. Sabrina, Sophia, and Scarlett. Following Shad's, that's my husband's name, is with S, Shad. So the first one was a real struggle. So she's named after a cat, and she's named, we were like this. You guys, I probably should make another video about this, but it was funny. It was like, screw it. The next name you say, that's gonna be her name. So that's how Sabrina came to be. It was so funny. Each of their names is you guys don't get it because I can't explain, but it's gonna be fun. What was the best part about being pregnant? Feeling the kicks. Knowing the anticipation of meeting my little baby, that was the best part. Did you have a baby shower? Tell me about it. I had a baby shower with my first. I did not know a lot of people here, but it was nice. With my second, I didn't have a baby shower, but I threw a little gender reveal, and I didn't got any gifts or anything like that. My mom gave me a little shoe toy. And my friend made a cake, but it wasn't a baby shower. It was a gender reveal. And with my third, my friend, my very good friend, she threw a mother's blessing. I have the video in my channel. I'll link it down below. It was very special. It was a bad time because not a lot of people could come, but it was it made me feel real special that she took the time, even though it was my third child, to do something special for me, and it was my third girl, so, you know, at that point, usually no one cares, so, let's see. Did you ever feel prepared or ready to have your baby? Yes, I was so ready. I wanted to pull them out myself. I was like, I'm so ready, why you guys don't come out? I have to be induced each time, even though I do not like inductions and I do not agree with drugs. It was very hard on me because I really tried to have them naturally, and I have been unable to. My body doesn't want to kick him out. Any funny pregnancy stories? With my first, I was so crazy. I would think about like lowering the window on the car, and instead I would like open a door in the middle of the highway. I would put the keys in the fridge. I was so terrible. With my middle one, I couldn't have enough molten cakes. Oh my gosh, it was so bad. And with my last one, I don't think I had anything super special that I can think of right now, but I know there were a few funny stuff. What kind of birth did you have? Vaginal or C-section? I had vaginal with all my 3 girls. Where were you? And I have a video for Scarlett's video right in the video. I'm gonna link it as well down below. Where were you when you went into labor? In the hospital, getting induced. Did you have any pain relief during labor? Or if you had a C-section, how were you feeling when you went into the ER? With Sabrina, I had the epidural. Couldn't feel most of it, you know, it was fine. With Sophia, I didn't want an epidural. After 12 hours, I was done, so I was like, give me some drugs. And it never took. So I birthed her, and it was my most painful birth. If I close my eyes, I can still feel her head coming down and her nose. It was so, she has a big head, and I could feel every single inch of that head. I still do. With Scarlett, I never wanted to get induced because I wanted to go completely pain-free, and pitocin makes contractions so much worse. I went, and I was pain-free for most of my labor. At the end, I was just also crying and screaming during transition for an anesthesiologist. He came, I was too late to be given an epidural. I was already too far along, progressed, but he gave me something that kind of took the edge off. It lasted probably like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. But those 10 and 15 minutes gave me enough time to recollect myself, because the contractions were coming so close together that I had lost the calm. You know, I was a little So those 15 minutes gave me enough energy and concentration to be able to gather myself together to finish the labor on a good note, you know. Let's see. How long were your labors? My first labor, with my first one, I was in the hospital for 3 days before she was born. With my second, I went in at 4 a.m. and I had her at night. So, like 20 hours. And with Scarlett, it was my quickest labor. I went in like at 4 a.m. and I had it like at 9, 10 a.m. I don't remember the exact hours right now. I'm such a bad mom, but it wasn't too long. How did your husband or partner handle the delivery room? But my first was joking all along, and I was so pissed at the end that he never joked around anymore. He was like, oh, look at all that hair. You're gonna have Chewbacca, blah blah blah. Is that her face, or is that a Globe meeting? Football, whatever meeting. I don't know. He was just so, he thought he was so funny, and to me he wasn't, because I was just irritated. But he was fun, and he's all the time awake and right there and giving me massages, getting me water, make sure I'm okay. You guys, if you're gonna see the other video, you probably see him in most of the pictures because he's really there, you know. And when the babies are there, he's like mommy bear. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. And he takes care of the babies, he changes the diapers. He is amazing. Besides your husband and partner, was anyone else with you? The nurses and the doctors. No. Well, with my first two, with my first, it was just my husband and I. With my second, it was me, my husband, my friend. She was taking pictures. And with my last one, I had two photographers, Ashley and Nicole. They're amazing, and they were there with me. Were there any complications during labor or your C-section? Yes. I say that my kids tried to kill me. I had retained placenta. I had to have blood transfusions. It is bad. My blood pressure drops every time. With Sabrina and Scarlett, I almost, with both of them, died. I bled so badly. It was terrible. Sophia was my easiest one. That was my middle. So the doctor told me that I couldn't get pregnant within 5 years. And after I went for my 6-week checkup, he told me that I had to wait just only 2 or 3 years because I was healing pretty nicely. We want one more child. So, I'm waiting like a year or two, and then Fabric will want it close. Let's see. Describe seeing your baby for the first time in 3 words. Amazing, breathtaking experience. Baby stats, weight, length, time, and date of birth. Sabrina was 9.1 and 22 inches, and she was born in June 6, 2012. Sophia was born in June 3rd, 2014, and she was 9.4 pounds and 22 inches as well. Scarlett was born February 24th, and she weighed 9.11, and she was 21 inches. How long were you in the hospital? A little bit over 24 hours after the baby was born, and forever before. Did anyone visit you at the hospital? Yeah, I have family and a few friends stop by to meet the babies. Was the first day home with your newborn harder or easier than expected? Easier than expected every time. Thank goodness my babies are good. What was recovery like for you? My hardest recovery was Scarlett. I had lost so much blood that I had to have 2 blood transfusions and plasma. I was so weak for like a month and a half. Weak as it comes. Weak and dizzy and so sick. And so that was tough. Did you ever experience postpartum depression? Tell your story. Yes. Now this is another thing that is super long. Super long. I can't be talking about it. I'm already 20 minutes into it. So I did have depression. I think some sort of depression with each of my children. I was one of these people who thought that people can manage their depressions, that they just wanted attention before I had kids. So that was kind of like a learning curve and a learning experience. I never medicated, but I think my hardest experience was after my first daughter, because her birth was very traumatizing to me, and it is very scary, and it's the way the doctor handled it. It was a long story, so let's not go there now. Did you breastfeed or bottle fed your baby? I breastfed Sabrina and bottle fed her. Mainly she was a formula fed baby because they were saying that she had allergies. My milk was bad for her. So she was in special kind of formula, and yeah, that was like that. But Sophia is nurse. She's still nurse, and she's 2.5, and Scarlett is of course nursing as well. So I'm tender nursing 2 kids right now. I'm so hungry all the time. So hungry. Okay, let's see. What advice would you give a new mom for dealing with recovery after birth. I would tell any mom to enjoy her baby. To enjoy her baby. It doesn't matter the house. It doesn't matter to go out. It doesn't matter to look pretty. You know, enjoy your baby. Like, I'm trying to soak in every single second with my babies as a newborn, because I barely remember my first. I don't know if it was the depression that I had a cloud over my head, but I wish I could remember things with detail. I wish I could. I wish I could so badly, because she's growing so fast, and I just want to remember each stage of my kids in detail. So enjoy your babies. Dishes will always be there. Houses will always be there. Just focus on your child. What was the one baby item you can't live without? I'll say bug balm. I had Sabrina had a lot of like diaper rashes, and because her allergies that she used to have, and thankfully outgrown. And bath bomb was like amazing. So anytime my kids are a little bit of red, I'll just use bath bomb in their bum, and boom, gone. Let's see. Did the numbers of kids you want change after having your first? How many do you want now, or are you done? Yes, it changed. I wanted 3. Now I want 4. What was the most rewarding part about being a mom? Seeing the human being you created. It is amazing. It's like a life miracle. Seeing the human being that came out of the love between your partner and yourself, that you guys came together to make that wonderful little person, it blows my mind every time. Do you think your kids look more like your or dad? Bonus point for pictures. That's interesting. My kids are all different, and I promise you guys, they come from the same place. All 3 of them. Sabrina has like a reddish auburn hair, dark eyes like me, but she's white like her dad, so she's kind of mixed. Sophia has blue eyes. She's white and blonde. Guys, look at me. She looks nothing like me. Scarlett is my copy. Scarlett has dark hair, thick, dark eyes. She's my darkest skin baby. So I have one for my husband, one for me, and one mix. I don't know how the other one will be. It's interesting to look at how they come out. Do you miss anything from your life before kids? I do. I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything, but I do remember being able to go I miss being able to go to the store without kids. I miss not having to install car seats. I miss being able to do things without having to ask someone to watch my kids, especially because I feel like they won't. I don't know. I miss having to not worry about anyone else but me. Because, for example, if I have to, no one has to watch me because I'm an adult. But they have to watch my kids. And if I feel my kids are not wanted, or there's preference or something like that, that irritates me. So there is a few things that I miss about life before, but I wouldn't change anything for the world. Let's play pretend. The house is clean. The kids are asleep for the night. You have 1 hour to yourself. What do you do? But honestly, I probably would go to Facebook or watch some show in the TV. That's what I do. Tell a funny guess what my kid did story. My kids are so smart for their own good, and I know each parent is gonna say the same, and we all think our kids are amazing, but my kids are too smart for their own good. They sometimes like shock us. Like they come up with some things and comments and actions that were like, oh. Let's see. My kid kept opening. I had Vivian security system, and she opened the door, and because the UPS guy had to strap a package, and I was putting Sophia to sleep. She was a newborn, and the alarm had gone off because it goes off after 1 minute, and I hear the alarm going off, and I go and enter the code and turn it off, and I tell her, Sabrina, do not open that door without me. You do not open that door without me. And I turn around, I go and take care of Sophia again because she had just waken up, and I was trying to put her back to bed, and the police came because I took too long to enter the passcode. And she goes again and opens the door. And I'm like, what? Child, we just spoke about it. Don't open the door. Like, I am here, a nursing mom, braless, I look homeless, and you keep opening the door for people, and you're 2 years old. Why are you doing this to me? Needless to say, we bought those kids litter locks things for the doors after that. What is the one thing you never had that you want for your kids? When I was a child, I was never really supported on anything. I had a talent to paint. I wanted to play volleyball. I was in the CAP, which is a cadet program, and I wanted to pursue all of those paths. And my mom, it was too much money, it's too much energy, I'm not gonna take you anywhere. So to me, it was really heartbroken that I couldn't develop any of my talents and abilities when I was a child. So I do want to give my kids the opportunities that I never had. I want to sign them up for piano, I want to sign them up for riding horses, I want to do this and that. I want to put them in everything. I want them to be able to explore this before it's too late. I want them to have a passion for something. What was the thing that you struggle with most about motherhood? About losing myself. Sometimes we become so focused on our kids that we forget about ourselves, and we put ourselves in the back burner. I'm guilty of this, and if your plate is empty, then you don't have anything to give. And I am trying to keep that in mind as I am gonna try to get in a better schedule that involves me too. I want to exercise, and I want to do that, and I haven't, because I'm thinking my kids need this, my kids need attention. So as I'm doing YouTube now too, I also want to work out, so I want to give myself some me times, so I don't become overwhelmed in my house. What's the worst children's TV show? Seriously, you guys have to ask this. Caillou, of course. That child is evil. How has motherhood changed you as a person? It has made me less selfish. I am more focused on my kids now, evidently. Biggest pet peeve about being parent? People. I dislike people. I dislike when people say negative things about my kids. I dislike when people criticize anything I do. There is a few things that I do. Probably people getting on the way of the things I want to do or expect. I'm sorry, my camera just shut off, but biggest worry about your kid's future. I had a tough childhood, and my mom was a yeller and abusive, and I sometimes become a little bit of a jealer, and I hate that. I hate that. I do not want to do the same thing to my kids ever. So I am trying really hard to watch how I speak to my kids. I do not want my kids to do learn behavior with their own kids. I want to like end the cycle, and I want them to think that I was a kind, good mom, not a mom that was yelling. You know, I mean, it also comes with the culture. I'm Hispanic, you know, we're pretty loud. If you never had kids, where do you think you'll be right now? So I wanted to go to school to be a pathologist, and I was doing forensic science in college. I would probably be in Dominican Republic right now in medical school. Hopefully. I mean, ideally, if I didn't have kids, you know. How would you describe your parenting style? I'm a laid-back, crunchy mom, I would say. I clothe diaper. I avoid unnecessary medications. I do a lot of natural things with my kids. But I also let them eat McDonald's here and there, and I do give them a lot of sugar as well, which I'm trying to be better about it as I become better about it. But yeah, I'm sort of a wannabe crunchy mom, I guess. And that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.